to think about it. Life's not gonna get me down. There's nothing can stop me. Gonna make it in this town. I've got a rainbow in my pocket. I've got a dream that just won't die. I've got money my parents gave me, so it's about time I learn to fly. Doing it my way, seeing it my way. Got a lot of love to share. Life's a big banana sandwich. I haven't got a care.
The all-new Alexei Sayle Show.
Hey, I didn't hear you out there. Coming out the cold.
I'm really sorry for the mess, but, well, the kids have been opening their presents and things got a little out of control. Hey, I wonder who that can be. Sammy Davis Jr.
You are the best, Daddy-o.
Who's that? Judy Garland!
Hello! Oh, you look swell, you old son of a gun.
Come in, Judy. I can't believe you two. Hey, it's getting like Grand Central Station around here. Bing Crosby! Gee, what a great Christmas this is turning out to be. Hey, I haven't seen you guys since the Jets won the World Series.
Where have you been, my friend? I haven't seen you since God knows when. You used to be here, then you just disappeared. Oh, where have you been, my friend?
Big Palooka, don't you read the newspapers?
We've all gone up to that big golf course in the sky.
Wow, that's terrible, especially at Christmas.
That's right, Alexei. It's tough being dead at Christmas. No toys spread around the floor. R.I.P. That's my initials. So yes, it's official. Horizontal, that's me forevermore.
Hey, it's tough being dead at Christmas. Sure miss that good old mistletoe. I used to be small, now there's nothing at all. And eternity sure passes slow.
It's tough being dead at Christmas. Where once was panache, there's just a big pile of ash.
Japanese are very good at copying Western culture, but sometimes they get things slightly wrong. For example, I was in a department store in Tokyo just before Christmas, and above the main entrance they had a Santa Claus crucified.
Oh, bloody hell. Merry bloody Christmas.
You know when you buy a cheap picture frame, it's always got a photo in it of some woman that you don't know, or the family of some Nazi Aryan war criminal. But the same is also true if you buy a cheap diary. It's full of entries for people that you've never heard of when you buy it. Here we are, look. February the 19th, by tribe. July the 23rd, Bobo and Mimsy round for a good kicking. December the 12th, arse-biting evening at the New Zealand Embassy.
I'm sure we said 7. Didn't we say 7?
I think so.
Egbert. Bill. There's no one there.
Hello.
Hello, Egbert. Hello, Bill.
Come in. Dinner's nearly ready.
Can I take your coats for a walk? Only joking.
I hope you like pasta.
Oh, lovely.
Food, like art, should shock.
Shall I pour?
Yes.
I'm going to sing a song now. Rice, rice, rice.
I hope you like rice.
It's my favourite.
Rice, 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 rice.
It's rice surprise. Surprise. Rice, 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 rice.
Cream?
Yes, please.
Cream?
No, thanks.
I genuinely try as hard as I can to buy British. So, in consequence, my house is full of a load of slightly second-rate crap. There's no Japanese and the British had invented, for example, the Walkman. It'd be a teak box about that wide, covered in leatherette with the headphones out of a Lancaster bomber. Can you imagine British-inspired video games like Sonic the Health Inspector or Super Accountancy Brothers? Because of our industrial production, unemployment is still very bad in this country. In fact, it would be worse if the government didn't piss about with the figures. For example, you're not considered unemployed if you're a school leaver. You're not considered unemployed if you've seen Postman Pat. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a kind of domestic slavery, upstairs, downstairs kind of a situation going, you know, more domestic servants for rich people, you know. I don't think it'll catch on, though, certainly not in places like Liverpool. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but none of the great butlers of the world have come from Liverpool.
Dinner is bleeding served, your ladyship. Look, do you want me to take your sodden coat or what? Go on, get in there, your excellency. Go on. In you go. Oh, not yet. Ahem. All right.
And what's the name of this ship again, sir?
The Ark.
And your name again, sir?
Noah.
Noah.
Just one word, you know. Noah. Like Maradona.
What else have you got on board, sir?
Well, it's mostly livestock, you know. Got some duty-frees.
Sorry, sir, could you explain to me again what business you're engaged in?
Well, God spoke to me a couple of weeks ago. He said there was going to be a big flood. I think his exact words were, there's going to be a big flood. So, collect 2 of every species, you know, stick them on a big boat and float about a bit.
Yeah, you realize, of course, these animals will have to be quarantined for a few months.
Oh, yeah, he did mention something about that, and, you know, that's okay.
Okay, then let's have a look at the beasts. Giraffes, goats, ducks, zebra, fish. I think you'll have to put these in some water, sir. What species are these, sir?
Antelopes. Plains antelopes, very fast. No, don't, because they're very vicious, actually, and, you know, they're also very tired.
What do you call this, sir?
Heroin. Well, no, I don't know.
It is heroin.
Right. Well, as I say, it's nothing to do with me, because God came to me.
Honestly, sir. If I had a pong for every time I heard that story.
Bobby, where's Bobby Chariot?
Just your first week on the show, love.
Must get someone to entertain the
I
audience.
usually go down brilliant with these audiences, you know what I mean? But this week, this audience, they're a shower of humorless bastards, you know what I mean? Oh, what gits they are. You can't hear me, Candy, love. No, God, they're a right pack of wank. What?
You're wrong.
All right, cheers, Mark. Thanks a lot. All right. How you diddling? Well, bloody sod you then. All right, Bobby Chariot here, top warm-up man, here to keep you laughing through the technical breakdowns, despite my own personal troubles, you know, despite the fact that my wife's thrown me out and, you know, I'm living in me jack and I'm on pills for my nerves. Anyway, I don't want you to worry about that. Don't bother your head. The fact that I suffer depressions, the like of which the medical science has ever seen, you know, don't bother yourselves with that. All right, just don't, you know, just don't let that upset you. I'm on pills for my nerves. Sorry, this is terribly unprofessional behaviour. Don't tell Bobby Davro, will you? No, all right, fair enough. All right, now, a couple of weeks ago, right, a bloke was walking on Hampstead Heath. Suddenly, he sees nailed to a tree 2 tickets for this show, the all-new Alexei Sayle show. The bloke thinks, bloody brilliant, he thinks, bloody brilliant. He sneaks up to the tree, and quick as a flash, he steals the bloody nails. It's a great show, isn't it? And I don't think. The best thing since sliced sewage, eh?
Bobby, Alexei's coming on the floor now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Mark. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, right, I mean, he's an ugly fat bastard, isn't he? I don't like him at all. I mean, and what a singing voice he's got, eh? I think he sings in the key of Padlock.
Nobody's going to talk about me on my own show like that. Come here, you...
Ow!
Oh, they've got everything you need for do-it-yourself in these places. They've got hammers, drills, and they've even got these. These are dog paws, right? And what these are for, you know when you lay fresh concrete and a dog always walks straight across it? Well, with these, you can do it yourself. Cacking up your house is an obsession with the British, isn't it? Do it all should be called cack it all. It's like you go around a council estate and you can always spot the people who bought their own houses, because they always like do them up horribly. You know, they've got their own helicopter landing pad on top. And they put Cotswold stone cladding on their Volvo. And they're always adding, like, extra bathrooms. It's an obsession. Extra bathrooms. There's loads of houses in the suburbs that have got, like, 1 bedroom and 43 bathrooms. Do you know, I'm the dirty man of Europe. I suppose at least doing up your house is a sign of independence, because the people who still live on council estates, they become terribly dependent on the council, you know. You hear them saying things like, well, I broke my toilet 3 weeks ago and the council still haven't come round to fix it. Or, I ripped me trousers 4 weeks ago and the council still haven't come round to fix them. I think it's a terrible thing when people become so dependent on outside agencies, you know. I think somebody, like the council, should probably do something about it, you know.
Find young men, never to fight.
It's Billy Bragg.
From the days gone by, sweet moderation, heart of this nation, desert us not, we are between the walls.
Wow, Billy, that sure is a beautiful tune.
Thank you, Alexei. It was a big hit for me a few years back.
Yeah, it wasn't that big a hit. I mean, it didn't get in the top 40.
You've had a few big hits yourself, haven't you?
Yes, Billy, I have. People often ask me which of the many hits I've recorded is my particular favourite. And I'd have to say it's this one. Hello, John, got a new mouth. Hello, John, got a new mouth. Your goat's made a mess in the carpet.
Daddy!
Hey, I thought you kids were asleep. Did you like your presents?
Yes!
What's the matter, Tommy?
Dada, why does there have to be war?
There doesn't have to be war, Tommy.
But why can't people of different cultures and religions get along?
I don't know, Sandy. I guess there's just not enough love to go round.
Why is 90% of the world's wealth just owned by 3% of the population?
Well, the greed that inevitably follows imperialism has left many countries suffering from post-colonial trauma. As long as the tyrannical dogma of capitalism remains unchallenged, then there will always be poverty. That's why the work that Billy and I do is so important.
Daddy?
Yes, Scotty?
Will you sing us a song?
Oh, all right then. This one's called Maxie the Big-Nosed Reindeer. Maxie was a big-nosed reindeer. All the other reindeer used to call him names. They said he should be called Concord, 'cause he had a hooter like an aeroplane. Then one stormy winter's night, Santa called because Maxie, we're in for a bumpy flight, but you can cleave the air with your great big schnoz. All of the other reindeer shouted hip, hip, hip with glee. Maxie, now we need you, you're our friend temporarily. So Maxie led Santa's sleigh through the winter's storms and brought them to land in a clearing in the woods. What's this, Maxie? Said Santa. This isn't Toy Town. No, it's not, said Maxie. And he gave a low whistle and out they came from the woods. The ugly duckling, Rudolph, and even the little white bull. And they grabbed Santa's Nazi Aryan reindeer and wrapped them in chains and dragged them in front of Maxie. And they said, Maxie, which one shall we kill? And he said, hoopla, all of them. Maxie, the big-nosed reindeer, you've gone on a killing spree. 'Cause all the other reindeer didn't understand basic psychology. Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas! Bye! Merry Christmas! Bye! Oh, all right there. How are you? Hey, come in, have a seat. You know, recently I went to see Jacques Delors, President of the European Commission, in pantomime. Yeah, he was doing Mother Goose at the Old Vic. For some reason, the matinee was cancelled, so I had a couple of hours to kill, you know. So I thought I'd pop in to see the Synod of the Church of England, which was sitting at Lambeth Palace. The way you would, like, you know. I just got through the door when the Bishop of Bath and Wells sees me, and he says to me, "Here," he says, you're bad." I says, "What?" He says, "You're bad out. You can't come in. You're prohibited, excluded, no entrada. You're circumscribed in your entering function. Your ingress is disallowed. You are bad." I says, "Why?" I says, "I ain't done nothing." "Nothing," he says. "What you call headbutting the Vatican envoy during an ecumenical conference?" I said, "I thought he was talking about me in Latin." "He was saying mass," said the bishop. "Anyway," I says, "he called me a twat because I disagreed with him over Trinitarian literalism. You see, I was asserting the Apostolic Creed and reiterating the precepts laid down by St. Paul in his second letter to the Corinthians, while he countered with the tenets of a symbolist heterodoxy, and then I countered with a kick in the nuts." "Well, you still can't come in," he said, "because the Archbishop of Canterbury said if he sees you again, He's going to stuff his mitre so far up your ass that you'll be singing concerto with the Vienna Boys Choir. So I says, right, you can tell that high church ecclesiastical dickhead that I'll see him outside in the cloisters, right, and he better not bring any of his friggin' mates. I mean, I had to hit him, didn't I? Go on. Oh, all right then. Nice chatting to you, you know. All right. I'm usually hanging around the abattoir in the evenings if you fancy a chat. All right. Ta-ra then.
Dr. Jordan.
Ah, matron, I'm glad I've seen you. Me and a few of the staff are thinking of having a bit of a barbecue.
Oh, really? Which bit?
Well, all of it, actually. We thought that...
Dr. Jordan, I want a word with you about your therapy for the schizophrenics.
Yes?
To cure a mental patient requires the administration of large amounts of toxic drugs with dangerous side effects and treatments of extraordinary cruelty and nastiness.
Yeah, so?
You can't cure schizophrenics by slapping them and shouting, "Pull yourself together."
Work, matron. All my patients are cured and living healthy and happy lives.
You're a disgrace to your profession. I'm reporting you to the health tribunal. You're a disgrace to your profession. I'm reporting you to the health tribunal.
Yes, well, matron, if you'll excuse me, I've got a patient to see to. So, you say you're receiving messages through your television screen?
Yeah. People are talking to me, using the medium of television.
Could you give me an example?
Well, yesterday, a bloke appeared on my screen and he told me that a man from New South Wales has got a skateboarding duck.
Yes, well, I see.
And then another bloke came on and he told me what the weather was going to be.
These are television programs. You must have seen Star Trek.
Star Trek?
You know, where they fly around the place in a toy spaceship. The Klingons, Lieutenant Uhuru.
Who?
Or Mr. Spock, the Vulcan with the big pointy ears.
Right.
What about cartoons? Roadrunner, Porky Pig, or Bugs Bunny?
Sorry?
Bugs Bunny, you know, the talking rabbit.
So you've seen him too, then?
Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
You know, it's fashionable these days to drink your lager out of the bottle. Well, I'm sorry, but I like my beer in a glass. I've always been fascinated by seedy bars and nightclubs, though. Ever since I saw the film Cabaret. I don't know if you know this, but Cabaret is actually based on the Berlin novel of Christopher Isherwood, I Am a Camera. It's a very good book. Didn't so much like his follow-up, though, I Am an Electrolux Spin Dryer, or the third book in the series, I Am a Small Chicken Salad Sandwich. Berlin's a very exciting city, though. Who can forget that marvellous moment in 1963 when President John F. Kennedy strode up to the podium, completely wrapped in black plastic, and made that famous speech which began, "Ich bin ein Binliner." People say of me that I drink too much. It's not true. I don't drink a lot. It's just that I'm a victim of passive drinking. I am sort of fond of vodka. Vodka, the poor man's Nintendo. Whoa. But as I get older, it seems to me that a lot of my friends are becoming recovering alcoholics, you know, joining Alcoholics Anonymous. If it's anonymous, aren't they supposed to bloody shut up about it? Instead of going, "No, I haven't had a drink now for 2 years, 6 months, 3 days and 9 seconds. Oh, no, 11 seconds. Oh, no, 12 seconds. Oh, no, 13 seconds. Oh, no." At least when they were alcoholics, you knew that at some point they'd shut up about it. You know, they'd be going, "I love you, yeah, you're my best friend. I'm gonna bite your nose off. Wow, I love you." Have you noticed that when people get a pet, after a while, the pet comes to resemble them, and they come to resemble the pet. I had this mate who was a doctor, right? And we got this dog. After a while, the dog was wearing a white coat and giving consultations. It was chewing the carpet, pissing in corners, and sniffing people's crotches. Just like a real doctor.
Yeah, you know, I'm on pills for me nerves off the doctor, you know. Yeah. These ones take me up. These ones take me down. And these ones take me to the land where the purple bunny rabbits hop, 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 hop. I'm sorry.
Bobby, we've got a set change. Go and keep the audience warmed up.
Oh, OK. Cheers, Mark. Lovely bloke, Mark. He hates me. Yeah, he sent me this map of how to get here, right? And on the map it said, go round Shepherd's Bush roundabout and come off at 9 o'clock. But it was only 6 when I got there, you know. So I had to sit in my jag for 3 hours, you know. And he shouted at me when I was late, you know. And I mean, I'm living in my jag because my wife's kicked me out, you know, and all that. And cooking's very difficult, you know. I bought some pilchards, and lovely pilchards they were. It said on the tin, it said, store in a cool place. So I took them down Ronnie Scott's jazz club. They had a great time, you know. Yeah, they really enjoyed it. Anyway, love, I've got to go and entertain the public, you know.
And we're back on VT.
Of course, at this time of year, the centre of any home has got to be the Christmas tree. Hey, anybody want to pull a cracker with me? Yeah? OK, let's do it. Ha ha! I won! God, I hate these little pieces of shit. Hang on. There's a joke in here. The recession is nearly over, and we're all going to live happily ever after under this Tory government.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. 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 And a Happy New Year.
Oh, what a strange dream. I wonder what it meant.
Over there! Hey, over there! Yeah, over there. Look, I'm a bit sorry about this, but you know my wife's thrown me out and that. Well, now apparently she's got one of them court orders, you know, and I can't go within about 1.5 miles of the house, right? And unfortunately, she lives pretty near the studio, you know, so I can't go any further than there. So anyway, how you diddling? Think it's going better.